God, this game was made by Trump.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Chinese, Wang Tang. You got, Gun Rock, Mexican. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Screenplay Podcast, the show all about video games and movies and about turning one into the other. Last week, we had Rubel's episode all about Among Us, where we decided to, drumroll please, greenlight. We greenlight. Oh, you got the green cap to match. Nice one. I'm joined as ever
celebration of the first green light.
I'm joined as ever by Nick and Rubes. Boys, how are you doing? Rubes, how are you feeling after your film got commissioned?
Yeah. Oh, amazing, man. I mean, nothing's happened yet. No one's given me any money. My bank account's the same.
That's Hollywood, baby. That's Hollywood. Yeah, you'll get a call. We said you'll get a call, all right?
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks.
Well, we got some royalty in the room. However, today's episode is, well, we've had me with Zelda. We've had Rubel with Among Us. So I guess that just leaves you, Nick, if we're taking it in turns and doing it fairly. Yeah. So this episode is all going to be Rubel again. Rubes, what have you got for us? I'm joking. Yes, it's Nick. Nick, do you want to tell everyone what you're going to be talking about today?
Yeah, sure. So I'm going to be talking about a game that has just come out. It's a part of a new Capcom collection that's just dropped.
Intriguing.
And the game that we'll be talking about is Power Stone.
Okay,
Power Stone. Gary can't wait.
So when I knew you were doing this, I thought, what the fuck are you doing? Who knows about it? Anyway, let me read the bio and then we can discuss what my thought. Okay, Power Stone. Let's throw some punches. It's a 3D arena fighting game developed by Capcom and released in the arcades on the Sega Dreamcast in 1999. It's set in a vibrant sort of steampunk world. The game features a colourful cast of characters from a pirate adventurer to a ninja assassin, all chasing down a magical Power Stone that will grant them wild transformations and superpowers. It's fast-paced, chaotic, and full of environmental interaction. It's a cult favourite that still holds a special place in the hearts of Dreamcast fans everywhere. I'm assuming, Nick, you are one of those fans.
I am indeed, mate. Yeah, I am indeed. First arena fighter that I can remember playing. It may be very well the first arena fighter. I don't know if it is or it isn't, but typically you play on a 2D plane. If you're fighting game fans, you'll know what I'm talking about. But this is a 3D environment. You can just, they're not the biggest environments, but they're big enough to run around, pick up chairs, pick up weapons that you might find, bazookas and all kinds of other stuff. And it's just a bit of chaos, man. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. The transformations are always fun as well because you become super powered rock guy or, kind of Iron Man-esque kind of guy and all these flashy super moves. Yeah, just a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Rubes, I think
Why? Well, I had a question for you.
Go on.
Why wasn't this game so popular? Like, you'd imagine this would be huge.
Yeah, do you know what? I don't know. Dreamcast was a bit hit and miss, wasn't it? Dreamcast with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it was what killed Sega. Right? Sega
Dreamcast
died after that. Yeah, they died.
Yeah.
So they become game makers and no longer in the console market.
Wow. So, they were actually in the running at one point of having. Oh, of course, the Sega Mega Drive. I loved it.
Yeah, you had the Mega Drive. Then you had the Saturn. And then they went into the Dreamcast. They even sponsored Arsenal, if you remember. They were on their team, do you remember? They were on their
Did
kits.
they? What year? What kit? Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Dreamcast kit. I forgot about that.
Let's have a look.
Far back we got to go here.
Oh, wow. It's when they had Henri still.
Yeah. You're going back a while, mate. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I think they had Sega on the home, I think. And
he's gone.
Nick just vanished.
Well, that's all we have time for this week. What a great
so embarrassed of his own game. He just fucked off.
Oh, he's back, baby. Nick, you vanished on us for a minute there.
What? Did the recording keep going?
Yeah, carried on.
Good. All right. Cool. We can make up. What I missed?
A lot.
We said that's all we've got time for this week. Thanks.
I don't know what happened there. That was weird.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so we were talking about Arsenal. Arsenal shirts.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe because it was on the Dreamcast and it wasn't on anything else, actually. It was literally just that console. It wasn't cross-platform.
You say there's a recent collection.
Huh?
You said there's a recent collection release that you played.
Yeah. So on the 16th of May, the Capcom Fighting Collection 2 came out.
Okay.
It came with Power Stone 1 and 2, Rival Schools, although that's called Project Justice, I think, in this collection.
I think that was Rival Schools
that's
Part 2.
Yeah, maybe so. I'm not well versed with Rival Schools, although I did play one of them and I really enjoyed that. It's a great collection anyway. And I thought I'd never play Power Stone again. And so when I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, I love this game. Let's just talk about it.
Yeah, of course.
So
did you ever
it's
own
a game that you'd enjoy, I think.
Yeah.
You know, like how we
so.
tried to play Smash Brothers and you didn't really enjoy it, and I didn't think you would. But this one's a lot more simplified. I think it just has punch, kick, and jump or something like that, and that's it. So it's not much.
Yeah. I think with Smash Brothers, you can fall off the edge and just die without even knowing what you're doing.
Yeah, it's
with
hectic.
Power Stone, there's none of that whatsoever.
Yeah,
it's all solid ground. They did do that in Power Stone 2, which I think is the lesser game because it became more like run around with the environment,
right?
And you can get hurt and killed in silly ways that are just not as fun. Even though it became a 4-player rather than just a 2-player. Yeah. I think it lost a balance for me. So I think 1 is the better game, and I think if you played it, you'd enjoy it genuinely.
It didn't look bad. So to peek behind the curtain, when we started doing this podcast, we were kind of planning maybe what our first few episodes might be, and kind of cynically, tactically, we thought, oh well, there's a lot of hullabaloo about the Switch 2. Would we do something to do with the new Donkey Kong that's going to be coming out, or the new Mario Kart that's launching with it? And Ruble Nick told me to fuck myself, and so he was like doing Power Stone. Ruble then sent me what Power Stone was. He was like, maybe you should have a watch of it, because I was just laughing. I was like, no, Nick, what the fuck? No one's going to know. So I looked at it and I got to about a character called Wang Tang, and I just thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to watch no more. I'm going to let Nick kind of take me through what the fuck he's got planned for this one. But it looks all right. Did you ever own a PSP? Did you own the collection on that?
No, I never owned a PSP. Okay. That was quite expensive, the old Sony portables. So I never really had one.
Well, apparently Power Stone 1 and 2 on there. Yeah, it was on there. Yeah,
that's right. So, Rubes, I feel like you would have had more history with this game just because you're a fighting game fan.
Not that much. I bought it on the Dreamcast, but the Dreamcast was like such a buggy console. Like some games just wouldn't work, or like the disc would just keep like resetting. I thought it was just my Dreamcast, and I went online, and a lot of people complain about the same thing. So it's
very noisy.
Yeah, so I was kind of just enjoying the fact that it's not fucking up, rather than trying to enjoy the games. And I got Power Stone. I played it for a while, and I was having fun with it. But then it kept resetting and shit, and I was like, fuck this, man! I can't be dealing with this shit. I did play it on the PSP. Enjoyed it a bit more on that, but I think I was at uni at that time, and then my life just got taken over by Football Manager. So it's a game that I think I would have enjoyed, and I'm kind of looking forward to playing it now and seeing if it's actually any good. But it's hard to like enjoy a retro game when you play it for the first time now. Like not for the first time, but probably.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I feel like this has aged fairly well though.
Yeah,
because it's such an easy pick up and play. And now it's got online as well for those who do like fighting games.
It's online. You can play.
This now opens up. Yeah. That's the thing with all of these collections that they're making now. The Capcom, they've got collection 1 and 2 as well as the Marvel versus Capcom collection, and they've all got online for all of it. And it's
we need a games night, boys. We need to. Why are you making me buy fucking like 50, 60 quid Battle Brawl Super Smash? And like not the
guys, I told you don't buy Smash Brothers. You just listen to Nick and bought it, and I was just like, you're not going to enjoy it. I can tell.
I just realised I caught myself sound like such a boomer when I said that. Oh, there's a bloody Battle Brawl Super Smash. You can stick your Nickelodeon microwave ovens, what have you. That game was just a whole lot of what the fuck. And I think my issue I might have with buying this game is you might say it's really simple. Apart from the power up with the stone, you just kind of move around this little space and you throw things at each other. Playing with Nick is just like not worth playing. That man has put more hours into Nintendo games and Capcom games than anyone I ever know, to the point where when we play Mario Kart or whatever, it's not fun because like he just wins. He just wins every time.
Nick,
he's smiling at me now.
Fairness,
Nick's a bully.
Ruble batters me at fighting games.
Yeah, Nick's a bully. Right?
Go on.
How am I a bully?
How's he bully?
Like, remember when we used to play Mario Kart, just the three of us, and he knows the tracks inside out, right? So he should just
unbelievable.
Then the minute we went online, and then other people start slapping him up. He's like, I don't want to play anymore. You know the same with Mario Maker. We used to play it, right? And Nick used to always win. And then we played it enough to the point where Gary got quite good, and Gary started winning a few games. What did Nick do? He just switched it off. He goes, nah, I don't play anymore.
That did actually happen.
He's only having fun when he's winning.
No, it didn't. Okay, I'll screenshot that records our wins and losses. I'll screenshot that. And we'll
make sure that, because you're used to the game, but we obviously takes us a bit of time to get used to it.
I'm used to the game.
Yeah, when
it's Mario, it's running and jumping.
Bro, you've been playing Mario since you were like 5.
Everyone's played Mario.
Mate, there were some levels where you had to jump through one tiny little hole and I couldn't get through it. And I was like, tell me how. And then it was like, Nick wins the level. I'm like, you could have told I was just been stood jumping.
Nick doesn't tell you shit. He doesn't tell you. He just wants you to lose.
No. You don't tell me shit.
Both me and Rubel got through that. You're the only idiot who couldn't
I still can't get through those. It puts me off the game for now, to this day. But listen,
can't wait for the new one.
Yeah, all that aside,
that's not what we're talking about.
No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Power Stone, all right? So why don't we go into Act 2, where you step inside this elevator, come and join us, and tell us about how you'd pitch this as 2 Hollywood execs.
Yeah, well, the thing with Power Stone is it doesn't really have a huge story.
Great film.
The game, so
well done, greenlit. Let's go. Home.
No, hang on. I'm talking.
story.
Yeah. So the thing is, I'm kind of having to sort of build a lot myself here, but at the same time, it's also, when you think about it, right, it's just basically stereotype the game, because each individual character is from some random place on the planet, and they're like the stereotype of that place.
Can I tell you? Can I read the names?
Man,
yeah. Can I tell you the names?
Native
you tell
American.
Me.
Yeah. Go
you
for it.
You shout out what they are. Edward Falcon.
British.
Yeah, he's a Brit. Yeah.
Okay.
Blonde Brit.
Okay. Ryoma.
Japanese probably.
Ayami.
Yeah. That's the girl one.
So 2 different, Japanese ninjas.
Japanese, yeah.
Wang Tang. Please don't
it's
say
Chinese.
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck no, this okay. And then Gun Rock.
He's like the Mexican guy. Yeah.
Oh god, this game was made by Trump. Yeah. What the fuck? Chinese Wang Tang. You got Gun Rock, Mexican. And then
he's a Mexican miner or some sort of South American miner.
Is there any more characters?
Yeah, you've got is it Guru? What's his name? The Native American guy. What was he called? Can't remember what he's called. Anyway,
brilliant.
So as a result, to actually make that make any real sense, I've decided to shorten the list of characters that make the cut for the first film. They will come in the sequel. But I'm only going to pitch the first film.
Wow, so. Billy Big Boys thinks he's getting 2 movies.
It doesn't.
Okay.
So this will be directed by J.J. Abrams.
You hang the fuck on. So Power Stone, a game that 5 people have played, 2 of those are you and me. You think J.J. Abrams is going to come and fucking say, all right?
Yeah, because he was the third one. He's the third of the 5 people.
I'll make a film with a guy called Wang Tang and Falcon.
Wang Tang, you win.
J.J. Abrams. All right.
And there's a reason for that, but I'll explain that in a minute. Anyway.
Okay.
So obviously YouTube, I've had a bit more of a comic approach to yours. I've not gone that way. I've gone a little bit more straight. So of the casts that you guys know, I've gone with Edward Falcon, and I've gone with Dean Charles Chapman to play Edward Falcon, because you need someone who's kind of a young sort of baby face.
Who's Dean Charles Chapman? Let me pull him up. Let's pull him up.
What is it? What's the army film? 1917.
Oh, the little kid.
Game of Thrones. He throws himself out the window at Game of Thrones. He's a bit older now.
Oh, Prince Tommen. Yeah.
So, yeah, if you see him now, he's a bit older. He
That's what happens, like mate. You age.
Man sort of thing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I'm going to have Rogue, the sort of Arabian girl, that she's going to be played by Naomi Scott.
I knew you were going to say that. So fucking predictable.
Do you know what, though?
She's in everything that needs someone Asian.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I was like, I don't know any like kind of Arabic. And I put them all in, and there's all these like Bollywood actresses coming up, and I'm like, I don't know any of these. I can't really use it. So I just went straight to her. Okay. Ryoma is in there. I'm going to have that Hiroyuki Sanada from Shogun.
Shogun, yeah.
He's going to play that.
Oh yeah, he's cool.
And the villain for this is going to be the character called Kraken. So he's like the first of the 2 kind of big bosses that you fight in the game.
Okay.
He's this kind of pirate guy. He's going to be played by Joaquin Phoenix.
Okay. And we're having a look at what Kraken looks like. Kraken looks like Is he? What? Has he got a metal hand?
Yeah, he's got a cliched pirate look with the face, but then he's got like a clippy sort of hand.
Yeah, okay.
But when he transforms and stuff, he's kind of got more like a ghost pirate vibe to his transformation.
I can see he's got a big skull. And Joaquin Phoenix, okay, he's going to play this guy, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of... Didn't he do Napoleon recently?
Yeah.
So I kind of, I don't know, I think I saw that and I was like, I guess I could see him doing some kind of weird...
And what kind of genre is this, like action?
Yeah, it's going to be like an action... I wouldn't go so much say epic, but yeah, it's an action... Be a little bit of comedy in there at times, but not a lot.
Okay.
Probably give it a 15 rating.
Okay. What happens? What happens in your film? So far, you've listed different ethnicity actors and a rating.
Yes. So obviously, I had to tell you which of the characters are going to make the cut.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, okay.
So what's going to happen in this is that Edward Falcon, the Brit guy. Keep in mind, this is set during roughly like the 19th century, roughly in it, right? Yeah. Excuse me. So Falcon, right? He comes from like a sort of fairly wealthy family, right? And he's a pilot, right? He's a pilot. Now his dad has gone missing.
Okay.
Right. His dad is a famous architect, right? And he's gone missing.
Okay.
Now he's kind of got a touch and go relationship with his dad because obviously he's been an architect in this time as well. If you travel far for work, you're gone for quite long periods of time. Yeah. So it kind of has that slight resentment towards him for that. But at the same time, you know, that's kind of made him a sort of bit of a cocky kind of guy because dad wasn't around sort of thing. But now that his dad's kind of seemingly gone missing, he's a little bit more reckless in his ways. So he's a pilot, but in his downtime of a night, he's been getting involved and taking out his frustrations in kind of illegal, unlicensed kind of boxing, right?
All right.
And these kind of shady back alley in London kind of places, you know?
Yeah.
And because he's from a fairly sort of wealthy family, you know, his mum and that is kind of like, you can't be doing this, you know, from our family. You can't be walking around with a busted up face and all this kind of stuff. And, you know, you can't be going around behaving like a thug, right?
Who's playing him again?
So this is Dean Charles Chapman.
Okay.
Right. So, yeah.
Does he at any point finger a dog's ass?
No, not yet. That's in the deleted scenes.
Yeah. All right. So Prince Tommen.
Yeah.
It's the 1800s, and he's going around in the underground box.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's frustrated. He's been a bit reckless, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, one day this package arrives to his home, and it's from his dad.
No way.
Right.
The architect.
And so, in this package is a note, right? It's a note and it says, "Son, keep this gem with you and never let anyone know of its true power." And he has no idea what's going on. So underneath the note, it's got a journal and it's got a leather pouch with a fragment of a gem in it. Okay. He hasn't got a clue. Starts reading through the journal, like, well, whatever. Yeah. Just for whatever reason, he puts the gem in his pocket and just goes off out. He's going off to one of his illegal fights that he gets into. You know?
I can see where this is going. I can see where it's going.
Right. On his way to this, he's in a shady sort of dark alley in London, a bit foggy and everything else. And a guy wrapped up in bandages with 2 knives jumps out on him and tries to rob him. Right. And this is one of the characters in it. Oh, Jack, I forgot to mention. This is one of the characters in it called mummy. Jack. Right? Yeah, the mummy looking guy. Who's going to play him? I didn't think. Sean Bean, right? So Sean Bean dressed up in
lots of Game of Thrones
bandages. Yeah. Basically, this is Game of Thrones. Jumps out on him and basically tries to rob him. Obviously, being his frustrated state that he's in, kind of reckless state, he kind of dismisses him and he's just like, "Listen, buddy, get out of my way." And as he kind of gestures to get out of my way and go past, the guy slashes his hand and kicks him in the stomach, kind of knocks him back. This angers him a little bit.
Of course.
And then the gem in his pocket starts to light up a little bit, kind of floats out of his pocket. And when it does, bang, there's your first transformation.
Super Saiyan.
He's in his super Rocket Man suit kind of thing. Obviously, it's the first time it's happened to him. He ain't got a clue what's going on.
Yeah.
The guy in front of him with the knives, he shits a brick, turns and runs. And when he goes to gesture, like, wait, no, he shoots one of his little missile things out of his arm that he didn't know he could do. Goes along, blows up fucking half the street. He panics. He turns around. He's flying around chaotically because he doesn't know how to control this thing. crash lands in a big heap on the ground. Obviously, like the game, this transformation doesn't last for very long. It's timed, right? And eventually it sort of wears out and he's kind of like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
So that then prompts him to think what he read in his dad's journal. Okay, it's actually worth paying attention to. Okay. So in his dad's journal, he kind of, all these little things that he's gone to see throughout the world, hieroglyphs and all kinds of things all over the place, right? Anyway, so after doing that, his dad obviously says that he kind of believes, he thinks he knows where the exact location of the Power Stone is. What he has is only a fragment.
Okay.
And this is how it's going to work for most people in the game. Because within the game itself, you had to get 3 Power Stones in order to transform. Within the film, I don't think that's going to work.
Yeah.
Just because then you'll only ever get one transformation and then, you know, no one can kind of transform and have this kind of big scene altogether. It would be kind of dull. So I've made it so that there are like fragments of a Power Stone out there, and it takes 1 Power Stone. Certain situations will activate it, right?
Yeah.
And so, so he sets out. Where are we? I've lost my situation. Where am I?
How many pages is this? Can I just ask?
No, not too long. Not too long.
I'm joking. Can I just say, I've never seen you look so happy in all my life. You look so at home pitching this.
A little bit. You know?
Yeah, no, this is so cute. I've never seen you smile so much. You're beaming.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, because you've never seen like talk about Power Stone.
Go on, carry on.
Yeah. So anyway, looking through the journal of his dad, it ends up taking him to Egypt, right?
Cairo.
Because within the game, it's all kind of fake places, moonland, sunland, all this kind of stuff. I didn't really want to do that. I want to keep that in the real world. Yeah. So he goes to Egypt, somewhere near the sort of Red Sea, right? While he's there, he's kind of hanging out. This is Egypt where, you know, it's very kind of mixed, loads of people passing through, you know, all kind of different backgrounds and stuff like that in this shisha restaurant kind of place where he sees a kind of belly dancer, whatever, coming over.
It's your lady.
Kind of. This is Naomi, right? Naomi. She comes over. He's kind of not interested because he's got his dad's journal. She kind of takes a little peek. She notices it.
Oh, she sees the gem.
That kind of,
in Cairo, where gems are quite common.
No. She sees within the journal a mention of a Power Stone. That's all she sees. Because he hasn't got the stone out on the table. It'd be kind of dangerous, right? Someone might rob him.
Someone might, yeah.
So he's just kind of flicking through the journal while he thinks he's by himself. So, yeah. While he's in this place, someone bumps into him, right?
Sorry, this lift ride has to end at some point. So you...
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
I'm just trying to help them.
I'm enjoying it.
I'm trying to bring them all in, right?
I'm getting this.
So
I'm trying to like this.
Yeah.
Someone bumps into him because he's angry and a reckless kind of guy. He hasn't learned his lesson yet, all that kind of shit, right?
Yeah.
He goes to get up, you know, and start a fight with this guy, and he goes to reach into his pocket and he's going to hold the stone. And as he pulls the stone out, Rogue, she sees it. This is Naomi Scott. And she sort of comes over. She stops the fight from happening. You know, the guy goes off, blah, blah, blah. She gets to talking to him.
Yeah.
She gets to understand, like, he gets to understand that other people know about this Power Stone stuff, da-di-da-di-da. Anyway, this instance has caused a lot of people in Egypt, in this place where sort of, you know, dangerous people pass through. They've taken note that he's got this little gem. So, you know, the next day, out and about, he gets ambushed by a bunch of pirates, him and Naomi Scott, Rogue.
The pirates played by that guy, like from Captain Phillips. I'm
Captain Phillips. No. These are very stereotypical kind of pirates.
Oh, fuck's sake.
And so, but they're many in numbers. So he naturally goes to the Power Stone, and much to his surprise, she has a Power Stone. She transforms as well. He's like, what the hell? And anyway, they kind of do their thing.
You are so cute.
And so this brings in our samurai guy as well, who understands what they did and talks to them, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, stuff happens. Long story short.
The captain of the pirate. Guys win, pirates lose. All right.
No, they go away. But when they go back, this is how we meet Joaquin for the first time.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, what the hell happened to you guys? Blah, 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 blah. These people did this. And he knows about the Power Stones. He's like, bring them to me, sort of thing.
Thanos style.
And it turns out that he has his dad. because he's using his dad to try and search for the power.
We'd forgotten about the dad all along.
Yeah,
so
what a twist.
So they basically go back to him and they're kind of like, well, you want some more? Obviously, he's with the samurai now as well as the belly dancer, right? Yeah. Fortune teller. And so he's like, look, you better come with us because we've got your dad. And that's how they go to them. And he says, you give me your fragment, blah, blah, blah. So they hand over Rogue and Falcon's fragments to the pirate guy, but they don't know that the samurai's got one as well. So then the pirate guy does his transformation into his thing, thinking that he's winning. Samurai guy turns into his one. Big old fight, bam, bam, bam. Then obviously, he one of the gems gets back down. Falcon can turn back in.
Yeah. It's a drama, whole scene, fight, whole action.
Save the dad. Off we go.
Bosh.
And because we don't ever really get to the Power Stone, the main Power Stone.
Yeah.
That opens it up for.
I feel like you've written the screenplay somewhere.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, that was impressive.
That was very detailed, very thorough.
I love the way you I love your pitching style.
And I went with J.J. Abrams just simply because I kind of felt like my Falcon character has got a bit of a James T. Kirk kind of edge to him. Okay. So I thought he did Star Trek, right?
Yeah. Famously so, yeah.
It'd be, yeah. So I thought, yeah. Oh, and Falcon's dad, when we finally meet him when he's captured, that's Gary Oldman, by the way. Gary
Oldman? Which kind of Gary Oldman? Nail by mouth Gary Oldman or Hannibal Gary Oldman? What kind of?
No. Yeah. More Jim Gordon.
Jim Gordon. Oh, yeah. The best Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
Blimey.
Yeah.
What's your budget for this?
It's got to be big, innit? It's got to be big. These fight transformation sequences can't be shit. So it's a big old budget. So I might need to get Disney on the phone.
Yeah.
They might recast some of my people.
Fair. Before I throw it to Ruble, I have same question I ask everyone. Does it have any tits in it?
No, I'm afraid Rogue is a belly dancer. So if you like flat stomachs that can jiggle around a little bit, then you're all right. But I'm afraid there's no boobies.
Any wang tang?
Or if you're a feet person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because when she transforms, her costume doesn't have shoes for some bizarre reason.
Okay,
so
The feet's good.
You're a feet guy. Tarantino would like it.
Tarantino would like it. Wang Tang's not in this one, eh? Is he in the sequel?
He's not in this one.
Okay.
I reckon he will be, yeah.
Nick wants all the fans online to be like, where's Wang Tang? Bring back Wang Tang.
Yeah, that's it.
Wang Tang.
Because he's kind of Super Saiyan-y in a way, and I think, people love him for that, so get him in a sequel.
Nice. Rubo, do you have any questions before we go to the final stage?
I think... Well, one question I have, like, narratively, it kind of reminds me of Real Steel meets One Shot. Was it One Shot? What was that?
One Shot, the pirate anime thing.
Yeah. I kind of got vibes of those two films. But have you seen the Power Stone anime?
I've seen, like, an episode somewhere, but I saw it on YouTube, like, I want to say, like, 10 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, it's proper ass. So hopefully it would be nothing like that, really? Right? Yeah.
Yeah, well, I hope not.
They made a show of it.
There's an anime of it,
I think so, yeah. I don't think it never aired here, I don't think.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it looks a bit like Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that old. Yeah. The animation is like that. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow. Thank you for taking us into your mind.
Oh, and by the way, whoever takes this on, whichever studio, you get a toy line.
That's true.
You'll get the main character, then you'll get the transformation character.
Did you say it was 15, though?
Loads of toys. Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, you've got to have enough violence.
Yeah, I think the reason toys sell is because it's for like ages 8 up,
Oh, mate, have you seen adults buying £500 Hulk statues?
I've seen you do it, yeah.
Nick does it.
Posters. Mario posters.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah. Nice.
Like a Ford.
Should we go into Act 3? Come on.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Act 3. It's time to see if we greenlight it or if it's a game over for this one. And I'm really torn because I love it, but I think I love it because of the way Nick pitched it. I think I love the energy, the enthusiasm, and the way he thought it through. But if I'm, really thinking about it, I don't love the stars. I quite like the story, but have we seen it before? Is it like a romancing the snow?
Joaquin Phoenix?
I don't think he'll do this. I think he's famously an auteur and a hard man to pin down.
Oh, yeah, love it. He'll love it.
It's been a boxing thing.
No, he's the pirate.
Yeah, he's a pirate in a boxing film where he turns into a Super Power Ranger. But
it's only boxing briefly.
Ruben, I want to hear what you think. I want your thoughts, bro.
I really liked Nick's pitch. I think there was a lot of passion, enthusiasm in it, and I don't want to say no. I just don't think realistically. I'm just being like, if you're putting your producer hat on, I don't think you can make this because it's like it's going to be expensive. You want to make it 15. Do you want to get Joaquin Phoenix? You want to get J.J. Abrams, who's not fucking cheap. You want all of that, and you want it to be like looking good, right? So big budget for a game that, like I said, 5 people have played. 2 of them is you and me. So there's only 6 people.
You should have told me that before we did this episode. Then, like, no one's played this game. We're not going to pitch your film.
No. Like you could pitch it, and it could be good, but
green light, right?
Be realistic with who's going to fucking direct this thing, man. J.J. Abrams, you're never going to get J.J. Abrams. But
maybe, I know a guy. It's all right.
But I do like the pitch. Like I can imagine it being a movie. I can imagine it being like a series of films. I just think you need to bring down the budget. You need to get rid of J.J. Abrams, get someone more realistic. Maybe cast Terry Crews in there. Bring the rating.
Gunrock in the sequel.
Exactly, Gunrock. Bring the rating down to a 12. Yeah. Bring the budget down by half, probably. And it could probably make it like you know how they did the more recent Mortal Kombat movie. It wasn't great, right? Yeah. But they kept a low budget. No. I think you'd have to do it but like that rather than going big budget straight away. Yeah, so I wouldn't say it's a green light. I wouldn't say it's a game over. I think it's kind of like loading screen, waiting, seeing what's going to happen.
I'll take it.
You do have to give us an answer though, because we need 2 green lights to make this work. I'll tell you where I am. Okay, I was lockjawed throughout some of that. You stuck a finger up my ass. I unclenched, and now I'm green lighting this production. But we need 2. We need 2 of us to be on board. We're 50-50 partners, Rubel and I. So it lies on Rubel to see if this one sinks or swims.
I'm going to ask Nick 2 questions, and if you answer these correctly, I'll green light it. Firstly, are you happy to drop J.J. Abrams? Because you're not getting him.
I don't think he's going to drop him. Yes. I don't think he wants our money.
It depends who you're going to replace him with.
Yeah, Rubes, who do we replace
someone more realistic? Let's just say someone that's actually directed like action. J.J. Abrams kind of does action set pieces, but he hasn't really done action per se.
You mean like a fighting martial arts kind of movie?
Yeah, maybe some more of that.
Who did the Power Rangers movie?
Martial artsy.
Let's have a look.
What, the latest one?
Yeah,
that was bad though.
Yeah, it was directed by Dean Israelite. Would you be happy with Dean Israelite?
No.
Is that the name? Israelite? It is.
Yeah, it's a strange one, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
No, that film was absolute pants.
Okay, would you bring the rating down? Right. Rating down to a 12?
I'd happily bring the rating down. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, see, now you're kind of going back on your vision.
We'll go green light.
15 to a 12, and then a few things get tweaked. Let's be honest.
What do you think, Rubes?
I'll say yes if you can get Abrahams, but
I love how you're hung up on this, as if this is ever going to happen anyway. No?
You know what? Let's get. I mean, he put so much passion in it. Yeah, let's give him a green light.
Wow. We're green light anything these days. Well played. Studio's going under in a matter of weeks.
Business straight away.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I think the Among Us I could see working. Like top level comedic actors, super easy premise. Power Stone is like your Uncharted, but with weird actors.
Actually, no. Can I take it back?
What?
You said no. Sorry, we've moved on to the next segment.
We can't. I can't green light these. You're not getting J.J. Abrams, like. It's just not happening.
Oh, you were so close.
Then, if that's the case, we need to add something to the structure of this show now then, because we need to have a budget that's going to start ticking down as we explain what we're doing.
All right.
Otherwise, what are we doing?
Good point.
See, I was quite realistic with my one. Seth MacFarlane's doing jack shit.
It was realistic with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Kevin Hart, yeah? Are you sure?
Of course.
And Ali Wong.
They're not doing much these days. They're just chilling out, doing a bit of acting here and there.
You raise a good point. You raise a good point. And maybe this is one we'll come back to and readdress and see if we change our mind on it. But actually, maybe the listeners could get involved and help us figure out, do we need a budget, lads, going forward? Do we need to, and what we accrue our budget to, like 100 million for each one, and you have to spend it on the actors, director, that sort of thing. What do you think? Like you got your A tier directors,
fantasy league for films,
a little bit. Or does that absolutely cut the wings off what we could achieve?
I don't know. It might do, because we just want to pitch something we have a bit of fun with, right?
Yeah,
rather than like actually budget for it. I'll start googling how much like
Mr. OP was he?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How much is Sean Israelite or whatever? Dean Israelite.
I mean, it's not even a budget thing. It's not a budget thing. It's more like, do you think J.J. Abrams is going to be, yo, J.J. Abrams, we got this movie we're making. Or what is it? It's for a franchise, game no one played, called Power Stone. What happens in it? Oh, these pirates and these robots fight. Huh? It's like, come on.
Yeah.
I imagine you could do that.
Can I say, of the three we've done so far, I think yours is by far and away, Nick, the best pitch and the most passion I've ever seen put into the story. And I can tell your love of this franchise comes through. So don't quit the day job, but don't stop the dreaming. All right? Okay? Take that away. Keep working on it. See if you can get Dean Israelite, and then we'll come back. We'll get you greenlit. All right. Something to work towards. Yeah. Good to have a dream.
All right.
Good attempt.
Yeah, very good attempt. Wow, we'll be okay. This is what I expected more of. I thought we were going to be real hard asses to get something greenlit.
From now on, we will be.
Yeah. And I think also what cost you was no tits were in it. So thank you for joining us for another episode of the Screenplay Podcast. If you'd like to get involved, please email us at the screenplaypodcast@gmail.com. Or if emails too old school for you, you can follow us on our socials. Links are in the description. As always, for more episodes, you can listen to audio on Spotify, Amazon, and Apple Podcasts, or come and see our ugly mugs and watch the video on YouTube. Don't forget to help us out by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And with that, boys, peace.